Hello, hello.
Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our podcast talk show.
So welcome.
Talk show.
Yeah. But don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to get notified when we drop new content, you can always shoot us an email.
Always shoot us an email.
cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com. You can tweet us at CoreyKevin1. You know,
We used to talk about a hashtag.
I mean hashtag. What? Hashtag embrace
the nothing. Yes.
I want to see some actually.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Like we take recommendations.
Yeah.
And we take serious recommendations.
Seriously. Yeah.
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 I do have a buddy who I work with who's we've given recommendations to each other.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk bad about it because it was a decent movie, but it also is a pretty interesting movie to watch. It's called Time Bandits. I think it's like from the late 80s. It's a little bit ridiculous.
Okay, all right. I've never even heard of this movie.
You might not have heard of Time Bandits. And actually, it's very funny on Community. Abed talks about this movie. At one point, he says he stopped going to Blockbuster because he kept Time Bandits because nobody else deserved it. Nobody else deserved to watch it. He must have really loved it. But I enjoyed it. It was cool, but I'm like, come on, man. What? Give me like a serious recommendation.
Yeah, okay.
And then he gives me The Computer Who Wore Tennis Shoes. Now, this one is hilarious because it's a Disney movie from, I think, like the 60s or 70s or something.
Wow, okay.
And it features Kurt Russell, but Kurt Russell as a kid. It's hilarious. It's like almost like a Freaky Friday type of thing, but with a computer. You know, like their school got this big, giant computer donated to them. Electric storm, whatever happens. He gets merged with this computer. Now suddenly he can calculate everything. It's for sure.
Take for what it is.
Give me a serious recommendation, and then his number one favorite movie is I've mentioned this before is Rad.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I'm telling you, I have it on DVD. You need to watch it.
Okay, yeah. You said this before, and I feel like we should.
It's an absolutely hilarious movie because they're trying, and it's just not. It's not working out. Yeah. It's hilarious. But that's the one that on Rotten Tomatoes got like a 0%.
Oh, that's right.
And then the audience score is like a 99%.
Yeah.
It's got a cult following
for sure.
For a reason,
People, there's certain people that probably have seen this movie that are going to go say, hey, on Google, I watched this one.
There is a celebrity in it. Jesse's wife from Full House, Becky.
Oh yeah.
She's in it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
all
right.
It's very funny. Lori something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But I know you're talking about though.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah.
See how far I could spiral off of just
nothing.
Yeah. hence the title.
Yes.
Talk about nothing.
Not talk about nothing because you never know. I'm just kidding. No, it's awesome.
Time Bandits.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, because after you said too, I'm not gonna lie, when you brought up Community saying Abed said that, I almost want to actually say I may have actually heard it from there though. I remember it from that because at first when you said it, I'm like, what is that? Then I'm like thinking about wait a minute. I've watched Community enough to where I would hear him say it multiple times. Not saying I would know it from the movie title itself, but just from Community,
Right.
But
that ending to the movie Time Bandits left me uneasy, especially for it's more of I feel like a children's type of movie, because what happens. I don't really want to ruin it if you do want to see it.
I think it's an old enough movie to where I think you should just probably.
So all right, if I'm remembering this correctly, because I watched it and I was like, wait, what? So this kid gets stuck in time with these time bandits. They control time. They could go through all sorts of different time periods or whatever. And he finally returns home, only his parents explode and their house explodes, and the movie just ends. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. So, at the very end, this this new orphan were just left. Like, I mean, he literally, like, his parents literally die in this house explosion or something like that. It's like wild.
Wow.
And it just like pans out of him like at the wreckage of his house, and I'm like, that's dark, man.
Yeah,
I don't know about that ending. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what to take away from this. If there's a theme or a lesson in this movie, I'm not really sure what it would have been.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And usually there's a lot of those, but sometimes
this movie breaks the laws of physics. Oh, get it? Because
I got
time
it.
bandits.
Yeah,
You know,
get it.
they can break those laws. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm shocked because it's actually probably the first one that I've heard you actually talk about like time travel. I'm assuming.
but where it's like,
Yeah.
know,
Nah.
it's cheesy.
Yeah, well, for sure.
That's
Okay,
why,
got it. What's a 1980s movie, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah.
100% right.
Yeah. So
I that's what I was saying. Like, I enjoy it for like what it was. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you need to see Time Bandits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This movie should be on your top 100.
Yeah.
Best movies I've ever watched in my life. Not on that list.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So, but if it's ever on, and you start watching it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
Time Bandits.
Time
But anyways,
Bandits. Yeah.
So it's a brand new week.
It is.
We watched a movie.
We did.
It's on HBO Max right now. We'll get to that.
Yes.
But like we usually do, have you watched anything recently?
Okay. So there was a movie that I watched. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna think about it. I tried to do a little searching beforehand and I couldn't remember it. Okay. But then I also started a show that Spider recommended. I watched like the first episode of
Mr.
this.
Nobody?
No.
Oh.
Actually, Devil Man Crybaby.
Oh,
Okay.
man, I completely forgot.
Well, I know,
He told us to watch that, so I didn't watch it.
So
yet.
okay, so I'm telling you right now. I mean, I don't want to ruin anything because you didn't watch it. I mean, are you interested in watching it?
Yes, so don't ruin anything.
I mean,
I would like to.
Okay, but it's really in the title. Like that's the thing. Like what I'm going to talk about is actually in the title. Okay.
Very cool.
See, I'm going to give you I'm not going to ruin anything, but like I'm telling you, don't
Sounds like
watch
you're
it.
going to ruin something.
No, I'm just saying it's a little bit more like edgy than I anticipated it being. Okay, I'm not going to say much more than that because I really don't want to ruin it. You know what I mean? It's not that it's bad. It's just, I mean, they show more than I thought they would. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, I'll leave it at that. So it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's on Netflix, or
it's on Netflix. It's
Okay.
actually one of the Netflix specials. So when I say it's pretty good for what it is. I finished this. I mean, when I talked to my cousin about it, actually, I was kind of messing around with him until he's kind of wild and out there because it is. But at the same time, it's a short thing. I'm gonna give it the full shot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna watch it all. At first, I was up in the air about it after watching the first one because there's parts about it that annoy me, okay? But other than that, I don't want to ruin it. But it's in the title. That's what I meant about that. So a part about me annoy me is when he's a crybaby, right? It's in the title, okay?
Got it.
So it's like a lot. So it's like but when you see the premise of the show, you like it's different than what you think, right?
Okay.
So, anyways, but to that point though, so like I'm gonna give it the full shot. But other than that though, we'll see. I gave him a lot of negative opinions because of course he asked me about it beforehand and I'm like, oh no, but I really did actually like afterwards finishing the second episode fully. I didn't hate it like I originally thought I was going to. I mean, it was kind of one of those things, but I actually enjoyed it.
Sweet. All right, cool.
So it's out there. Like you have to go in there with an out there mind. Like don't sit back and watch it with like Clementine. It's not.
The title wasn't making me think.
Yes. So don't
watch
do that.
It with Clementine.
Yes,
that's good.
I mean, the first episode you'd get through some fine parts until the end of the first episode, but like to where you wouldn't worry about it. But at the same time, but at the end of the very first episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. Where you probably don't want Clementine seeing that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool.
Just saying,
Yeah,
but
all right, cool.
yeah. Other than that, though, I did watch another movie. I watched more basketball too, of course. Playoffs are Navy right now. But so, anyways, but with that, and then so there was a movie that I just cannot. I can't even. I don't know. It was like an off the wall movie. That's what I'm saying. I don't even like remember much about it. It was just a movie that I watched. It was a short movie. It was like an hour and 22 minutes.
You watched this whole thing.
I watched this entire thing.
You don't remember the title?
I don't remember the title.
So who was in it?
What? I don't. There were like no name actors.
No name actors.
Well, yes. I'm not anybody.
That's
what I'm saying. It was just one of those movies that as I'm clicking through, I'm like an hour and 22 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired.
Yeah, that's nothing, right?
Exactly, that's nothing. So I'm just gonna knock this one out real quick. Well.
I'm
getting a blank. I really can't.
Apparently, it wasn't that good.
It was not. That's the thing. So it was like, I mean, really, it was a very nowadays cheesy movie. Very. I mean, everything was like, okay, this is so drawn out and just knowing what's going on. So for an hour and 22 minute short movie, terrible. So.
Well, if I knew the title, I'd stray away.
Yes,
but,
yeah, I'll think about it. I'll tweet it out or something because I can't remember it, but I'll figure it out. Because the problem is I don't remember what I watched it on either. I got so many streaming services now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have no idea. I don't know what I watched it on. So.
Yeah, that is a terrible problem we have now. It's everybody's got a streaming app.
Everybody.
So
I mean I have a lot.
Yeah. You gotta keep up.
Yeah.
There's new series on every single one.
Always.
Every week or 2 weeks, you have a brand new, full blown cast of top A-list actors. You're like, my goodness, like I can't keep up. Yeah. Please stop. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to give that one that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Obviously, the one with no name.
Well, exactly. You can't. Yeah. Another one I forgot that
I'll avoid it because, like, I'll be like, anybody with no name actors will be like, that's probably the one Corey.
Yep. Exactly. See,
that's probably what Corey.
Hey, you're welcome. Yeah. But actually, that's not as good though.
That's not good.
That's actually not good.
Now, was it a comedy?
What? It was yes, it was. It was a comedy.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're narrowing it down.
We're narrowing it down
it's
for
a comedy.
Sure. Yeah. But see, I don't think because I remember when the movies that I was looking at to watch, one was like one of the 1,000 American Pie movies, one of the new ones that I was like, cause what I was doing was I was watching. I wanted to watch something stupid as I'm getting ready to go to bed. So if I fall asleep 10 minutes into it, I don't care to go back and rewatch it. Right? It was like one of those things. Well. So I didn't know what else to. Then that's why I just cannot remember the name. I don't know.
That's all right. One day you're gonna be scrolling past. You're like, I watched that movie.
Yep.
There's been times that I've been like scrolling through movies and I'm like, oh, I forgot I watched that movie in theaters. Like,
oh, theaters though.
Oh yeah, like some
Yeah.
There was one time. I think it was the Boogeyman. It was. You ever watch Seventh Heaven?
I know what Seventh Heaven is, but I didn't really watch it.
It was the oldest brother, Matt Camden, I think his name was. But he tried being in the movies. I don't want to say it like that. That's kind of rude to say. He was in the movies, and he was in a movie called Boogeyman. And I saw the cover of it, and I was like, oh, I watched this movie in theaters. Like I'm like, man, I watched this movie. I've never paid any attention that this movie even existed. And then I saw the front cover, and I was like, oh yeah. It's like sometimes they just wither away.
Yeah.
They're just not good movies.
That's true. They just
wither away.
You want to store the good ones.
Yeah.
I don't need
Your
all the bad
memory
ones.
does you a favor, and it's like, hey, I'm going to cut the losses on this
Absolutely.
one.
I mean, just make sure I remember it quickly. Like, it's just one of the stored memories that I don't remember. I don't want to remember. It's like a trash can that's not emptied yet, That's
like,
what it is.
Oh, I know I've seen it. It's garbage. Don't ever,
Absolutely. But it's a file there. I mean, it is there.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But it's just one of those, nah.
So, Jessica and I, we finished Silicon Valley.
Did you?
Yep.
Man, you guys knocked it out.
Yeah. Well, we had basically watched, we actually watched season 4, but we rewatched season 4 because it had been so long, so we wanted to get caught up and
feel back in the flow.
So we watched season 4 or 5 and then 6, and I mean it was like. It was bittersweet though, because it was how it ended too. I mean, it was kind of like it's the episode starts one way where you're like kind of like hopeful, like oh wow, these guys really made it. This company really made it, and then like it's not like that at all.
Gotcha.
It's like so they did a 10 years down the road. Type of episode.
Got it. Okay.
And like where they're at now, and then they're filming like this documentary of Pied Piper, this company that existed at one point in time. And so in that point, it's hilarious because out of all the issues that they've had. It's a big joke. I don't want to ruin it because, like, if you ever go back, do you think that's when you're?
I don't know. I mean, you could go ahead. And, for me, I feel fine of giving you the full pleasure, ruining it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been out for a little while,
Exactly.
so I'm not too worried about it. But so, anyways, they are about to close the deal of a lifetime. They just have to figure out a certain problem, but then it becomes like when they actually demonstrate the technology that they've built, it fails. To things that they didn't foresee. So they use AI to make it better. And what they wind up doing is basically creating an AI that works against encryptions. And it's constantly evolving against harder and harder encryptions. At one point, they have this AI, it's in the show. They're actually doing it. But the AI breaks into Dinesh's Tesla and drives it down into the car wash and all this stuff.
Wow.
It's getting through some hard encryption. So at a certain point, they're like, we have to sabotage our own selves. They're like, if we don't, and this goes off, and the government finds out, well, we're all going to jail because it's national security threat that we have this AI on a network going and breaking any encryption that it can find.
Wow.
So ultimately, everything they built
was just
turned out not to be a good thing. And when they did their 10 years later, the way they start off is that they're this big billionaire corporation, but no, everybody's kind of actually doing their own thing now. The government doesn't exist, and the documentary is in place to show what happened.
Yeah.
And so it's bittersweet to see it
that's
never take off.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a harsh reality to look at a lot of companies. Not necessarily the AI thing of taking over, but a cutthroat how businesses are.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. So. Yeah.
Excuse me. So yeah, it was kind of a little bittersweet to see it go because I don't know that stuff. I love the technology. I love tech stuff. I'm a big nerd, so all their lingo gets me excited. All their ideas get me excited, So watching it, I'm amped up the whole time. Now that's over, there's really nothing on TV that's like it. You know what I mean?
No.
Silicon Valley.
So yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's all about a big tech startup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you? There's this guy actually. The guy who would hold the boom mic, the sound guy from The Office.
Oh yeah.
So he's in Silicon Valley, and he's this billionaire guy called Russ. I can't remember.
Okay.
But he's this billionaire guy, and he's an investor or whatever that comes in every once in a while. And in the last season, he kind of saves their asses by holding this Russ Fest. And he's got this giant hologram, but it's so funny because you've seen him he's in Community. He plays one of the German students. So it's funny to see him in these hilarious little roles.
Yeah.
And then when he's this billionaire guy, Russ, he's so high energy and it's so NC-17 rated,
really?
mouth, dude.
Oh.
He's such a funny character.
Was he in beginning seasons? Was he right away?
Yeah, he was actually. I do believe in season 1, because he helped them. He might not have been in season 1 now that I think about it because they did the tech crunch at the very end, and they did the middle out algorithm, and he might have come in season 2 when they were looking for investors.
Okay,
but that was
what's his name?
That was part of the fun too, though. Russ Hanneman or something like that. So just type in Russ Silicon Valley, and should pop up.
You know about that guy right there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
boom.
sound guy from The Office. He is so high energy in this show. It is hilarious. He's got this tequila he comes out with. It's called Tres Camas.
Okay.
Because he's that rich. He's got 3 camas.
That's so funny. At first I'm wait, what? Oh.
Yeah. He's that kind of billionaire.
Yeah,
he's I'm filthy rich. He's so funny. At one point he's talking to this guy in front of the school using awful language waiting to pick up his son, and then he looks at the school name and realizes it's not the right school he's supposed to even be at, and then peels out of a school. Just does what he wants. But yeah. Other than that, we've been watching a lot of Community.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we've been putting on when we go to sleep. That's what I've been putting on when I need to because Jessica will fall asleep and I'll continue watching Silicon Valley, and then I'm like, oh, I got to rewatch some, so stop.
Yeah.
And then so I'll just throw on Community now because for some reason, man, it is making me laugh, and it is hitting pretty funny.
Yeah. See, but the beginning seasons, man, I'm not gonna lie, the season 5 and 6, I will say, I just feel like my laughs dropped off a little bit in those last.
I would say season 5, I don't laugh that much.
Yeah.
But season 6, I don't know. There's got this charm to it. It's our last season. We're gonna just go out as goofy as we came in. So I don't know. For me, it just has this little charm to it.
Gotcha.
Where,
Okay.
I don't mind the last season. Plus, I think the lady Paget Brewster who plays Frankie,
Okay.
I think she came and killed it.
Oh.
Leroy, or is it Leon or Leroy? I can't remember his name, but
what is it?
Elroy.
Elroy. Yeah.
And I think he came in and killed it.
Yeah, he did.
I just think the way they played it off, especially with the finale being this big thing of well, what would season 7 look like? You know?
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's just got that charm to me of we know this is our last season.
That's true.
It's not going to go anywhere from here. It's on Yahoo. It might not even be watched.
But it did, though.
It did, actually, yeah. And then
It did.
luckily it gets to be combined with Netflix.
Yeah.
And embrace a whole new culture.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I wish it would.
I mean, it launched huge careers. I mean, Chevy Chase was a nobody before that show. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say,
I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
You're like, wait, what? No.
What happened? Yeah.
But I mean, look at Troy Barnes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Childish Gambino,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think he did. I think that definitely opened him up quite a bit.
even Annie. She's been in a ton of movies.
Oh yeah.
Joel McHale is a star,
definitely.
anyways, right?
Yeah.
Britta's actually been in more stuff recently.
Yeah. I also seen. How am I forgetting her name right now?
Shirley,
No, not Shirley. No.
because Shirley actually has written a few movies, and she was in I think in a movie and in a TV show. She was actually in Avengers Endgame too.
Well, yes, I think we talked about this one time.
'Cause
Yeah.
she's in the elevator going down, saying, "Cap, you look familiar."
I couldn't remember because also remember I seen her in something else we were talking about one time too. I can't remember what it was. Remember I brought it up. I said who's in this show that was in something. I don't remember, but I was really excited about it. Man, it's just who's Annie? What's her real name?
Oh yeah, what? Shirley's in the office, right?
Yes, the show
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
office.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it was.
yep,
Yes,
yep. Because she's in the lunchroom of Staples. That's it.
Yes.
See,
Yep. Boom.
I would have won that trivia. I did probably win
You
that
did.
trivia.
Allison Brie.
Allison Brie, that's right.
Jesus Christ.
She when we say cotton candy in our house. Have you ever seen the Lego movie?
No, I have
the first
not.
one. Oh,
I
dude,
actually have not.
It's absolutely hilarious.
Isn't that with her and Will Ferrell?
Yeah, well, a huge cast.
Okay.
I mean, even Charlie Kelly's in there.
Stop.
Yeah, he plays the spaceman. He just always wants to build spaceships. That's all he can build. Is spaceships. It's so funny. But Allison Brie plays a unicorn, a Lego unicorn, and she's just full of happiness and rainbows.
Okay.
And when everything's going wrong and she's still trying to be
Yes.
happy.
Happy?
Everything's happy. She's saying happy things, but with this voice of pure
so
terror.
happy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
so. And one of the things she says is cotton candy, cotton candy, like she's about to explode. It's
All right.
one of the funniest things. But yeah, if you have not watched that movie, it's hilarious. But the second one, don't bother.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I took my nephew to go see it in theater, and I was just this didn't need to be made.
Wow. I mean, 2 thumbs down or 1.5 thumbs down?
I give it a 1.5 thumbs down,
Okay.
just because the artistic creativity that, man, when I first watched the first Lego movie, when they do the ocean, and the Legos, like the Lego animation of the ocean moving,
Oh, okay. No.
is astounding.
Really?
I mean, it looks so good, man. It's so cool. So like the artistic ability and like building these worlds and like these characters is awesome. But you know, the storyline was absolute garbage.
Got it. Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. I have to rewatch it because I don't know why I didn't. I could have swore there was one time I watched it like half watched it on TV. Like it was like on like a TV channel, and I was just watching it. And I think maybe that's why I never actually went back and actually just watched it. You know what I mean? I don't know why. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I watched 3/4 of it, watched the meat of it.
Yeah,
but I
like,
didn't actually.
I know how it's gonna go.
Exactly, but
it's really funny though. So maybe
yeah, I'll go back and watch it. I'll rewatch all kinds of movies anyways. I don't know why.
yeah, go back and watch that one. Actually, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, pull up Netflix. Actually, I wonder if it is on Netflix.
No.
On HBO, we watched a TV show or a movie. Excuse me. Called Kajillionaire.
Kajillionaire.
With. Oh man, now I'm blanking.
Are you blanking?
Yeah.
I mean, me too. That's why this thing is my favorite. Which one are you thinking about?
Evan Rachel Wood. Yeah.
Let's say
Evan
that's the
Rachel
name
Wood.
of it,
Which, man, these characters are just so weird,
Very.
and interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what were your thoughts?
I mean, I think like okay. So I do believe that it was I thought it was a fantastic. Okay. Let me rephrase this. It was not. In all actuality, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion right now. I did not really enjoy this movie.
Really? All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
So this is. I'm just because. All right. What I didn't like about. I mean, I thought there was like good points and there was like good things about it. Like I'm not saying I totally like destroy this movie, but it's something that for some reason I just feel like. Okay, so I'm not gonna try to give anything away, but the way like it ended was like one of those. It was like this emotional roller coaster, but at the same time, it was like I still feel so bad for her that like it just actually made me not enjoy the movie. I think that's more like I was just still mad at the movie, mad at the outcome, mad at the entire thing, and I think that's what bothered me. There's a good moment at the very end, right? I'm not saying that, which was cool, right? Like the whole thing with all that happening. I'm not saying that, but with the way everything else like ended, I didn't like that. I did not like that. Okay, so to me, like, all right, I'm just gonna say this: there was no repercussion for the final end of it. that bothered me too. There was a laugh. What they did, they went back to somewhere, right? And that whole scene happened, which was cool. But like, still, that was like that's all that you've seen, and it just with like the whole thing, I'm just like, I don't know. I had no satisfaction at the end, and I just did not like the movie, man. To be honest with you,
I can understand that. So, yeah, I totally get that. Like her parents were pieces of garbage. I felt awful, because you knew whatever they were planning with the gifts, the dinner.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's they've been, which it actually made me laugh because I just saw this Community episode that the grifters, where they were trying to teach grifting and all that stuff, and here's this movie is all about grifting
The entire time.
entire time.
Yep.
That you know I you knew that there were grifters that's all they do. They literally that's all they think about. He hears a check number and splits it 3 ways automatically.
Oh yeah.
Any lump sum is split. Like they don't think of it any other way. And it's just like when they started with the gifts and everything, you should have known they had like some sort of plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah,
it's such a huge bummer because
absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's what really like bothered me. I thought this was going to be. I don't need a happy ending. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in any sort of way, shape, or form. But I just felt like there was still nothing from that. Like they I don't want to give anything away. They show their true colors, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So they show their true colors, and then it just like. But ultimately, I guess if I go back and look at it, I mean, I guess it does end in a happy ending. In all actuality,
it does actually.
To a degree, yeah.
So the reason why I would say it does is because of the moment in the bathroom. This is the big one. This is the big one, right?
Yeah, this is it.
And you gotta hope that it just crushes you and you just die. Man, they're so eccentric, eccentric people.
They are. And that is one thing I have to say. They did fantastic in the acting. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, Richard Jenkins was
oh,
nuts.
My goodness, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So the hot tub scene in the bathroom, which you've never seen the movie, and you hear a hot tub scene in the bathroom. What?
Yeah, but seriously, hot tub scene in the bathroom
has the hot water. Turns the hot water on for the hose to go. All right, let's warm this baby up. Was so weird though, like
Super
the interaction
weird.
with the wife saying like, "Oh, well, you go ahead and get started." Maybe like,
yeah.
I'm like, first off, I don't think you guys are realizing what's happening.
No,
here,
at all.
Like,
yeah,
I don't think you're. It's as easy as that.
No,
I
mean, and like like. I don't know.
Yeah, like that's how how weird their heads work, though, right?
For sure.
The fact that like the mom couldn't say "hun" or "sweetie" or anything, because that's not how they talk to her. Like, but you could. That's your daughter.
Exactly.
Like,
it doesn't make any sense.
The fact that they had this huge disconnection, like, enraged me.
Yes.
The entire time, the way they treat her, how she wanted just a mother-daughter getaway, and then the mom even like spills that to the dad.
Yeah.
And he uses that as something against her. And it's just like, man, it's such rotten people.
It's like terrible though. Like that's the thing that like I think that's why I have negative things towards it. I really think so. Like and I that's why I'm like I just didn't enjoy the movie. It's not something I would go out and I hate to say it, but recommend to somebody because I just didn't like the way it made me feel afterwards.
Right.
At all. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I really liked it after the bathroom scene, although it sucks because like one character finds out more of the truth.
Yeah.
But when Evan Rachel Wood's character, Old Dolio, which my goodness,
I know.
That's just another reason why these parents are absolutely awful. But Old Dolio gets out of the bathroom and is like, fully alive. Actively shaking someone's hand, actively talking to people. I'm like, oh man, like this, she's alive. Like, so to me, like, yes, there is a happy ending because she became alive. She, money wasn't the object to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like
definitely.
she literally was going to pay that money just for you to say "hun."
Yes.
Just to prove a point, because money at this point isn't a problem. So, like, I think just her coming alive was... And then especially the very end.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Because now she's fully alive.
Yeah, exactly.
She's fully herself.
Yes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So I did have a question. So, and maybe I think this may be, like, what confused me a little bit in that scene, just because you brought it up, with the gas station scene. Mm-hmm. So I just had her name. What's her name in the show?
Old Dolio?
No.
Oh.
The other girl. The other. I literally was just singing it.
That's too funny.
Are you kidding me right now? Melanie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Doesn't sound right for some reason. Yeah, I guess it is. That is right.
Yeah. And so okay. All right. Anyways, so when she's talking to her, remember like during that scene where she's gonna walk away because she's upset.
Yeah.
What does her mom say to her?
So I was a little confused on that as well.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something off about that relationship in general. I almost think like maybe the mom had like dementia or something, because the way that the mom like switched subjects really quickly was like not even waiting for responses from who she called. It was almost like she was just detailing what she was doing.
Gotcha.
So I don't know exactly some of the stuff that she said.
Okay.
But I think that that's more or less what it was, you know.
Yeah, it's just because all of a sudden when she turns around, and I understand what old Dolio was doing, is when she was like crawling, right? So like I'm not trying to ruin anything, but she's crawling on the floor, okay? So like
Yeah, and she's like, oh
yes,
oh,
so,
you should turn around right now.
yes,
Yeah.
So that's what happened. That's
Yeah.
what the mom said to
Yeah.
make her turn around and make her feel better about
Yeah.
it. Because that's where I was like, what happened there to make her to like all of a sudden she was mad and upset calling her mom. Then she just turns around, and then like I understood like what she was coming, but like I didn't understand like what made her turn around like that. I mean, you know what I mean? I didn't understand that. But then now you tell me her mom says that, I'm like, now that at least that makes more sense to me.
She
I'm
said
like,
something in the background. You should turn around now. And
Gotcha.
then, because it was like weird because like it slowly like pans
yeah.
and then you just
well, yeah, that's why I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? You know? And then it made sense though. Then like you think about like what's going on in that part of the thing, and then it makes more sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah, overall, I think I enjoyed it. I think it's more of like a sleep on it, think on it. Love the performances.
Yeah.
You know, and it's truly like just absolutely upsetting, like the abuse that she endures, and then to pull the ultimate grift on her.
Yeah.
Like that's
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I get like kind of upset because I'm like, man, like how could you do that to your daughter? But obviously you don't name your daughter Old Dolio.
No.
After some homeless
A homeless guy. A homeless
he won
guy.
a lottery.
Yep, absolutely. And hopefully because he used his name, they could put him in his will.
Yeah.
That makes me mad. Like I can't help it, but that part of it,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
When she says that standing up and that, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
These people are awful.
Yeah. Well, what about the acting that the father gives off in the restaurant? You
I
what
know.
mean?
Yeah.
So like it just.
So the thing is, so they're grifters at heart. Did he mean any of it? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
He
you don't
says
know.
a lot of things. I don't know.
Sorry, it just makes me angry.
Yeah, I think the dinner scene was like, I mean, it was super kind of cool. I really did enjoy like the final total of the gifts.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because that mentality of everything's split three ways.
Yeah.
So I did, find like those connections like really cool. I really liked how they, connected everything back up and everything. But the ultimate thing of grifting your daughter
Is ridiculous.
especially like emotional abuse.
Yeah,
like
100%.
you tortured her. You created this strange human being.
Yeah.
Who might not have like a regular education at all, but is still very smart.
Yeah.
Just
had
scamming, grifting.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. The gifts were, I'm like, oh man, like they even bought gifts. They wrapped them up.
Yeah. They set you up
checking
for it.
everything off that list, but then,
Yeah.
oh man, when she was like, dinner they want to take me out for my birthday, my 18th birthday, and she's like, your 18th birthday. It's like, how old are you? She's like, I'm 26.
Oh, I know.
Like,
yeah.
well, wait a minute. What about
this?
Well, you don't even get those other years though.
Too much money.
Yeah, too much. Man, the way they walked past their like landlord, like those two, the parents would like hunch over, and Evan Rachel would like lean backwards and like, walk that way. Her dance routine in that movie was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now that would be a cool one to see somebody like recreate, like if anybody ever did like the lip sync battles or something like that. That would be a fun dance. Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just like doing all her moves and everything. Yeah. So I really loved her character. I really loved Melody's character.
Yeah.
I hated the parents.
Well, yeah,
like,
100%. Yeah. They were,
awful.
Yeah, awful. Yeah,
Awful.
To me, awful is an understatement. To personally, I just can't. It just bothers me.
Yeah, grifting.
Yeah,
Can't grift a grifter.
you can't.
But you can.
But you can, because it happened.
It happened. It happened in that, and it happened in community.
Yeah.
They grifted the grifter.
Boom. It's sad that because now like You know, because now what in the situation that she's in too. This is like what bothers me, that there was no like other resolution to this. Is like now she's just stuck in a situation in life. Like I don't want to I guess I'm not trying to ruin anything, but like alone with the person. I'm not saying that, but alone and outside of now, it's like, I mean, she is this grifter that has no central background besides grifting out in the world.
Like, so that you have to think like those are your skills. That's what you're going to be using to get money. Like you're going to continue grifting.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So like,
especially because Melody was
100%
all down with the grifting.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this though too. Do you think that's the setup for the second one? Do you think there's going to be a second?
Oh, that'd be really weird.
You would think so, right? I mean, at the same time, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like maybe a spin-off of
Kajillionaire 2.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, but something maybe like the life afterwards of after being, you know, what I mean? Like those two people that are left at the end, you know.
Yeah, I think like that's a nice like ambiguous ending. Like you get to craft that kind of ending yourself.
That's true.
You know
like
what I mean?
Where
like,
my brain just went.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of the fun of that ending because now you can kind of envision these characters.
That's true.
I mean, they're very well equipped. I mean, she knows how to grift at least.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, so at least they know that they can work together.
Yeah.
So who knows? You know what I mean? I thought like the reaction to, you know, things being missing when they wake up, kind of like crazy because she's just like is in shock and then starts laughing. Like, what are you gonna do? And it's like, to an extent, I'm a little bit more of an angry person.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, I'd be punching holes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I
would not be laughing it off.
No.
Yeah, I definitely think it's worth a watch. Like, I definitely think.
Yeah.
So it's on HBO Max right now. It was funny because I was actually gonna buy it on the Vudu.
Oh, really?
But we looked and saw it was on HBO Max. So I'm like, oh, easy.
That's perfect.
Just pick that up there then.
Yeah. Did you know that before we talked about it? That was on HBO.
Kajillionaire?
Yeah. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, it came out in 2020.
Yeah, as I say.
And I saw a preview for it a little while ago.
Yeah.
And this was on our list for a little while now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm glad we got to see it.
Yeah.
Now the next movie that we're going to talk about on this podcast, though, it'll be the first movie we see in theater
in a long time.
You know.
Yeah.
Fast 9.
Fast.
You know? What is the official title?
I call it F9.
F9.
I'm just saying. You know,
I'm a nerd, and I just think of the F9 key.
Yep.
Doesn't really do much, though.
It doesn't. Control Z does, though.
Control Z in life, right?
It'd be crazy. Man, that last night was one of those nights you want to forget. Control Z.
Control Z.
Control Z, you know?
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know. Oh, that interview didn't go well.
Yep.
Control Z.
Restart that thing tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just
You're
saying.
essentially like just creating your own groundhog scenario. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's fine.
Yeah, so F9, Fast 9.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I am. You know, why not? It's just the big action movies, but these are like you almost think it's almost like a blank check action movie because it's a huge star, a huge cast.
Yeah.
Everybody's expecting. I mean, this is the 9th movie in the franchise. It's been getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's like the 10th movie in the franchise because Hobbs
exactly.
Shaw is technically in the franchise, I think, right?
Yeah, they say that it's not
in the universe,
in the
just
universe,
not in
exactly.
the Fast
Yeah.
franchise. So, but yeah, so 9th Fast movie. Sounds weird to say.
Yeah.
But
Fast 9. I don't know.
Fast 9, F9.
F9. I don't know. We're gonna keep it shorter.
I definitely want to see them go to space, though.
Well,
depending on how this thing goes, like
exactly. That's what I was actually shocked by that. You know,
yeah,
I really was. I really thought that was gonna be the next thing.
Yeah, like but they still have one more in there in the chamber.
Yeah, but FX.
Yeah, FX. That's their. But they already used Fate of the Furious. Why would they use it so early?
Yeah, I don't know.
They should have used it now.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I feel like this one's gonna be like their last heavy duty hoorah in now, and then
like a 10 years in the future type thing.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel with a gray beard, beer belly.
Yeah. Kind of Thor-like.
Thor-like,
You know,
right.
just saying, you know?
Chilling at the International Space Station. I'm ready to save the world. My spaceship goes a quarter mile at a time, man. Space beer.
Yeah.
They're growing hops on Mars. They got to ship it over. Takes 6 months to get the supply in. That's some rare stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah, I got a beer brewing with Elon Musk. We've already talked about it.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Good for you.
No, I'm Vin Diesel.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm like way cooler.
Yeah. But you use a lot of hair.
Yeah, hold on. This is for the movie.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a disguise. Doing a different movie now.
Yeah.
Doing more of a the Big Lebowski 2 type of thing.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
I saw that movie. That's on Netflix right now.
Yeah, it
The Big
is.
Lebowski,
It's like one of the top-rated movies to watch right now.
So.
It's also on the Vudu because it was like such a cheap price. I'm like, I've got to get it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a shame I don't have it in the digital library, you know?
Yeah. Where you at? Why are you messing up?
Yeah. There's a new movie coming out too that I'm very excited about. It's called The Harder They Fall.
Oh, I think I've seen a little bit about this.
Yes, so it's one of my favorite actors, Regina King.
Okay.
Another one of my favorite actors, Lakeith Stanfield. Another one of my favorite actors, Idris Elba. Zazie Beetz is in there. I mean, it's a huge cast.
What's the movie again?
And it's a Western. The Harder They Fall.
Yeah.
Huge cast.
Definitely
It looks really good. So I'm excited for that one to come out.
I think it's a book too.
Oh. Netflix really hammering home the books.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is a better
version of it. I know.
No, it wasn't just Netflix because Those Who Wish Me Dead was a book as well, and that was garbage.
Gotcha. I couldn't, when you said Idris Elba, I had the right person in my head, but I'm like, am I right? Am I right? You know, I had to look it up real quick. But
there's so much buzz about him being James Bond. I would love that, man.
Oh,
he's got like the charisma,
he does.
the style. I mean, he would be perfect for it.
Do you know Delroy Lindo, the guy from? Do you remember Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's in there.
So that dude, I like him too a lot. So.
Yeah, huge cast.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry,
it looks
huge cast. Yeah,
it looks awesome. I'm pretty excited about that one.
So hell yeah, I'm excited too.
So one of these days, I don't know when that comes out yet.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I still am waiting for the Leo movie to come out on Netflix.
Yeah, what?
It's probably going to come out December 30th. Towards like the very we said 2021. Don't worry, you'll get it.
Yeah.
It's just on the cusp of 2022.
That's true. As I say, actually, they're literally. I mean, but it's also June of 2021 at this moment. Yeah. And almost July.
Oh. So speaking of Leo. It has nothing to do with Leo.
To say, okay, all right.
So Jessica and I, we finished Silicon Valley. We had brought that up earlier.
Oh yeah.
We're moving on. We're not going to go on to. I thought we might go to Mr. Nobody next, but we're actually going to The Mayor of Easttown on HBO with Kate Winslet and Guy Pearce. Hence the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Got it.
You know, he's not in it. But when I say Leo, sometimes I think Kate. Same thing with when I say Kate, sometimes I think Leo, you know? So it's a synonym.
Got it. I like it.
Get it? All right, so anyways.
I like it.
The Mayor of Easttown is a series on HBO Max.
Okay.
And it's like a murder mystery type of whodunit.
Sorry, I my goodness. Movie. Yeah, I gotta tell me about. I do remember singing about this too.
Yeah,
I watched the movie Murder Mystery with Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
it's got my lady.
Jennifer Aniston. So. Was that the one that you watched? Was that it? Oh, I was gonna say that's the one. Just stay away. You're like, even if it was a terrible movie, you're like, still watching it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're watching The Mayor of Easttown next. I've heard great things. Plus, Guy Pearce and Kate Winslet are like, you don't get A-lister than that, you know?
That's true.
Unless Leo is in it.
I mean, maybe. Okay.
I'm just waiting for the next Leo and Kate movie come out.
Yeah.
Or bring back Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. Love their chemistry.
Yeah, that's true. All right. What's the new show with Daniel Radcliffe in it?
Oh, the one on TBS?
Is that on TBS? Is that the one? Yeah, it's where like he's sticking somebody up.
Oh no, you're talking about Guns Akimbo?
Is that what it is?
Where he's got like the pistols like bolted to his hands?
No.
He's on a TV show on TBS called I don't know. I think he plays God or something. I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just saw it the other day. It's Miracle Workers.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like they're up in heaven doing stuff.
Oh, gotcha. See, I didn't. At least I must have seen only half the preview.
Well, that's like the first season. The first season, like God was Steve Buscemi, and everybody was like doing things on Earth like as heaven people. But I think it's evolved from that. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I never watched it.
It says an ensemble cast tackles a new storyline each season featuring heaven and dark angels.
There you go. Say look at that.
I'm sorry, dark ages.
Dark ages.
I made my own. I just made my own word, you know. But okay. So, but yeah,
That's
for some
what you're
reason,
gonna watch?
no. Well, it just looked. It was something that I wanted to bring up because it looked pretty good. It looked like that part that I was just telling you, where like, sorry, this is the first time I've ever stuck anybody up before, right? That part made me laugh. So then I'm like, oh, I like him too. So maybe I'll like look into that show, but I didn't look into it I just saw I think it was today or might have been last night. So I didn't like do much research on it. So that's when you told me that, I'm like, wait a minute, that's kind of I didn't expect that part of it. So
got it.
Yeah,
that's kind of like watching The Good Place and not knowing exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Because it kind of like every season's almost like
it's almost
very
different.
Yeah, very different. It's like anthology series, you know. Well, you know, True Detective.
That's
anthology.
true.
Anyways, I don't want to go down rabbit holes like that.
So I almost took a photo of somebody today walking that when I was driving down the road.
That's a creepy thing to say.
Well, I'm not.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Okay. I'm not. It's not very. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
you brought up some actors and some this person smoking a cigarette, wearing white tennis shoes, white sweatpants, and a white shirt, smoking a cigarette, walking down the side of a very busy road today. So it made me think of The Leftovers. Is my whole point to that.
Got it.
So
yes, yes.
I almost want to take a photo.
The guilty remnant is alive and
yeah, just boom.
Oh man, just saying The Leftovers.
Well, I know it's crazy, but so it just made me really feel that, So
I haven't heard the theme song in a few weeks, so
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yep, it's I'll have it on loop on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah. It's funny because I must have looked a couple things up because it comes up on my YouTube like videos like videos and clips about that. It comes up across my YouTube now. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
it's like I don't remember what I looked up though. I must
probably have Leftovers music, please. I love it.
No, I'm not. I don't listen to soundtracks like you do. It's all right. They make them for a reason. It's for you to listen to them.
I have the Lost soundtrack.
And yeah, you're a soundtrack kind of guy.
Yeah, I like music. Yeah, I like strings.
Yeah,
and that's something Leftovers got. I also like piano.
You like strings?
Yeah.
Oh,
like violin, cello.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, what else you got?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So the movie that we're going to talk about next week is going to be Fast 9.
Fast 9? Yep.
Or F9.
F9. Talk about are we going to July 4th? Any big plans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're having a party.
Cool.
Celebrating America.
I'm in.
Shooting off some fireworks safely.
Yes, absolutely. So I just wanted to wish everybody happy holidays.
It's a great opportunity to do that. Have a wonderful 4th of July.
Yes.
Be safe.
Yes, safety first.
Also have fun.
Yes.
And let us know if you watch any of the movies.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have any opinions, shoot us an email.
Shoot us a tweet.
Call us. I guess you can't call us, but
I'll post Corey's number later. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But all right, guys, thank you for watching.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week.